Welcome back to the channel, guys. Ben here on Wilco Wild as always. Right, I'm going to stop and talk to you because this ain't going to work. It's like an ice rink of mud. But yeah, we're out in the woods today, hammock camping. So I'm just trekking in. It's about 1.5 miles to the spot that I want to go to. I've got some new cooking kit to try out tonight, new cooking system, and also got a nice rump steak to cook up on the new cooking system. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, glorious day. As you've seen from the drone footage, pretty close to a train line, so I do apologise if we pick any train noise up over this camp. We should be fine. So yeah, let's carry on this trek and I'll meet you at camp. Okay, so I made it to a nice suitable camp spot. I've actually been pretty close to this spot before last year doing a hammock camp, so I'm pretty familiar with the surroundings. The weather has been terrible over the last 2 or 3 days. I've had a lot of snow, so everything's just thawed out now and it's just left all the wood, all the dead wood around here sodden and wet. So what I'm going to do is, there's a lot of rock around this area, so pretty fortunate. I'm going to make a nice rock base for the fire, just to keep that radiating heat in, otherwise it's going to be really hard to keep it going with a cold, damp floor. So yeah, there's as I said earlier, there's a train line pretty close, so if you do hear any banging about, that's what it is. We are at the end of a rail here, so this is where they load new wagons onto the tracks, so they do tend to make a lot of noise sometimes. But yeah, I've got a lot to do. As I said earlier, I've got a new cooking setup from a place called TJM Metalworks, made by a chap called Trevor. So really excited to try this out. And yeah, got a nice steak to cook up, and also brought some new seasoning, so we'll give that a try. Right, time's getting on now. It's 2:30ish, and we're going to lose light in a couple of hours, so let's get cracking. Okay, so I just want to show you a little bit of a tip. If you ever find yourself on really rocky ground where there's literally no soil at all, it's all rocks and moss, and tent pegs aren't going to do anything, this is what I tend to do to tie my tarps down. So I'll find myself a nice, pretty long stick, make sure it's nice and hard and it's not dead and it's going to break real easy. And then all I'll do is make sure it's thin enough to get through the loop on the top like that. I'll bring the loop to halfway, and then all I'll do is pull it taut and use the surrounding rocks as floor anchors. So put one on each side, similar size, so they're balanced out, and then you can also just stack a few on the back and one on the inside if you really need to, if it's really windy. But yeah, nice little tip for you there, to take out camping with you. Okay, as you can see, I've got my shelter and sleeping system fully set up now using the DD 3x3 Tarp. I've also got the Frontline Hammock and the DD under blanket too to go with it. It's a really good setup. I tried it a few weeks ago in the minus temperatures and I was really fine. Also the DD Jura 2 sleeping bag with a centre zip. I'll show you that in a bit if you haven't already seen it. But yeah, time's getting on now. I've had a bit of trouble setting the front end of this tarp up, just with the awkwardness of the position of the trees. So as you can see here, I've got that corner kind of chamfering down. But as long as everything's still taut, it's going to shed water, no problem. If it rains, I did have to use about 12 metre of paracord to get the other corner out to another tree. That's why it's really good to always keep a lot of paracord in your bag. Even if it's just bits, you can tie them together and make a long one like I've done today. So yeah, without further ado, time's passing on quick now, so got to get this fire pit sorted because I'm getting a bit hungry. Okay, so I found a really nice flat rock here. It is dangerously close to camp, but I'm only going to be having a small fire, so I'll try and keep it under control. There's hardly any wind, so I think we'll be safe. Okay, so we have to be really careful with the axe. There's no tree stumps or anything like that about, and as I said before, the entire ground around here is all rock. So what I try to do is split it on the rock, using that force of the rock to split. And once I feel it going through, I'll try and twist my axe just to split the wood naturally. So there, it's just gone through. If you can see that, so I'll get a couple more gentle taps, and then hopefully I can twist the axe. There you go. Just really don't want to damage the cutting edge of this axe. Well folks, it started to rain, as I'm sure you can hear. Nothing beats that sound. Rain on a tarp, and you're nice and dry. I've had to move a little bit of the wood that I've processed for the fire. I've moved it underneath the tarp for now. Just the bits that I've split, just to keep the insides dry. Yeah, everything's set up just in time. I think I'll give this time to pass because it has just said showers. So I'm going to chill out in the hammock for a bit, wait for this to pass, and then we'll get that steak cooked up. Okay, as you can see, I finally got the fire roaring. It has took a bit of nurturing to get it going properly with everything being so wet. I've had to do a lot of fine battening of the wood to get it hot enough to burn the larger stuff. It's just the moisture in the bark and stuff like that, but it seems to be fine now. I just want to show you my new toy, which is this contraption. So you can swing these around, you can lift them up and down. They work on like a clamping pivot system there. So basically the weight of the pot's holding it onto this rod. As you can see, my seasoned steak is about to start cooking. I'm just waiting for the flames to die down a little bit. I've put coriander, onion, garlic, chilli, pepper and salt on that. So that should be really have a nice kick to it. But yeah, the rain seems to have disappeared, thank God. Yeah, I hope you liked my doodle. I've never really talked about it on the camera. It's just something I like to do. I've always been into art and stuff like that. But it's just literally a 5-10 minute quick sketch doodle with a pen on a pad. Nice to look back, flick back through them when you're at home and stuff. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'm just going to chill out by the fire now while it's not raining and drool over this steak for a bit. I'll catch back up with you later. Right then folks, it's nearly that time for me to say night and see you in the morning. But I'd just like to say that steak was lovely. Spices get it a real nice kick. Not too much, just right. And also I'm really impressed with that new cooking system. so I'm sure you'll be seeing that in a lot of my future videos. Really impressed with it, really easy to carry about as well as it breaks into pieces. But yeah, the rain stopped, the temperature's going to be hitting about 2 or 3 degrees tonight in the middle of the night. It gave up a chance of showers, but I'm fine under here. The wind's going to stay pretty low all night, so I should be good. So yeah, I'm going to kick back, kick the wellies off, and I shall see you in the morning. Morning folks. As you can see, it's a very foggy morning. And I've left all camp cleaned up, leave no trace as always. But yeah, thank you for joining me on this one if you stuck all the way through. I just want to say, really, if you've got any ideas that you'd like to see me do, like certain styles of camps, then leave it in the comments below. Really good to hear what you want to see. Obviously I do this for myself, for the enjoyment, but obviously I want to give you something that's worth watching as well. So yeah, I'm gonna head back now, about 1.5 mile hike back home, and it's been a good one as always. Like I said, really impressed with the new cooking kit, and I'm beginning to like that hammock sleeping bag too. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.